All right, hi guys. I wanted to make a video about the snow that is possibly coming to the Ohio Valley. As you can see, I'm thinking it is possible that we could see snow between November 12th and November 16th. And if you haven't joined my pro site yet, I invite you to do that. I put a lot of extra information on there about the Ohio Valley weather. You can join that at www.patreon.com/Ohio Valley weather. So let's take a look at what the models are showing. And I want to start by showing you the polar jet stream. These are the 500 millibar winds over the United States. You can see right now there's not much of a pattern, but you can see if I start pushing this forward, we can start to see a change there. And you can see that a ridge starts to form in the west and we get a trough in the east. Here's the trough coming around the Ohio Valley. And you can see this is now Friday the 12th. That is when that first surge of cold air is going to come in. And if we keep pushing this forward, you can see that trough really digs in even on Saturday the 13th. So pulling in colder air. But then look what happens on the Sunday the 14th. We have another trough right behind the first one, and this one's even stronger for Monday the 15th. So between the 12th and the 16th, we're definitely going to have cold air in the Ohio Valley. In fact, you can see that if you look at this temperature anomaly map. Right now, you can see we have warmer air moving in, and that's going to give us a few days of warmer than normal temperatures. But notice out there in the Pacific Northwest, the blue, that's colder air, and that's going to make its way right over into the eastern part of the United States. You can see there by Saturday the 13th, we have definitely colder than normal air coming into the Ohio Valley, and it continues to be there with a second shot of it coming around the 15th. So the cold air is going to be there. We've got the pattern with the jet stream. Let's take a look at what the models are showing. So this is the Gfs model, the climate forecast system, and you can see there around Thursday of this week, there's going to be a cold front that's going to bring rain to the Ohio Valley. And right behind that, there may even be a little bit of snow there. And notice up here, up in the north, we got a big snowstorm going on. But this is not really the snowstorm that is going to bring much to the Ohio Valley. We might get a little bit from this. By Saturday, the winds will be out of the northwest. We could get some lake effect snow flurries, but the next snowmaker is what's right up here in Canada. And all the models are showing this, that there's going to be a weak low pressure that's going to ride right down into this trough and possibly bring snow to the Ohio Valley. The CFS pushes it, though, pretty far north. You can see right here, the CFS keeps it north of Michigan and basically puts all the snow in Canada. So if this model is right, then that snow would miss the Ohio Valley. But let's go to the next model. Now, this model is the GFS model, and you're going to see it starts out very similar. If we push this forward, this is Tuesday into Wednesday, and there by Thursday, there's that cold front approaching the Ohio Valley, possibly with some thunderstorms there. It is possible we could see some severe weather. And up in here, I wouldn't even be surprised if they'd see some thunder snow because you're going to have some warm temperatures out ahead of this and a lot of snow up north there as that moves through. So by Friday and Saturday, we have that colder air pouring into the Ohio Valley. And notice there, we might get some lake effect flurries over the Ohio Valley. But again, look out here. This is this next system to watch, and watch what that low pressure system does out there. It's now moving over central Canada, and it's going to work its way right down towards the Ohio Valley. Here it is by Sunday the 14th. And now we are still Sunday. This is early Monday. And so the GFS has it going a little bit north. This would keep most of the snow maybe in northern Ohio, northern Pennsylvania. But as that low moves off, you can see we do get some lake effect snow flurries behind the low. And this would also be in the higher mountains of Pennsylvania and West Virginia. So that's it for that model. Now let's go to the European model. European model is going to start out very similar. Here's Thursday. Here comes that cold front. You got the snow up north. Got the snow wrapping around on the back side. Still the possibility of snow for the Ohio Valley with Saturday and Sunday with a little bit of lake effect. But here's that second low. All the models are showing this second low coming down into the trough. Look at the pathway that it takes with the European model. Takes it right across the Ohio Valley. Now this would be maybe a mix of rain and snow, still the heavier snow a little north of us, but this would still bring snow into the Ohio Valley. And here we are by Monday the 15th, getting some lake effect snow flurries again for the Ohio Valley. And even with that continuing a little bit into Tuesday the 16th. Now, this is going to be the Canadian model, and you can see with the Canadian model, similar, there's that cold front on Thursday. So these models are really showing a lot of consistency. They're all showing just about the same thing. Here that cold front crosses us on Friday, heavy rain, possibly a little bit of snow behind it as it crosses over. There's those lake effect snow flurries into Saturday and Sunday. And then out here, there it is. There's that second low, and that second low comes in. Now notice with the Canadian model has that low a little further to the south. And even so far south, it goes even south of the Ohio River, so that the heaviest snow, if the Canadian model is right, would actually be in Kentucky and West Virginia. So which is it going to be? Well, generally, when I see that kind of agreement, it looks like we're going to have snow, but how much? And my thought is somewhere in between. I think what we're going to end up with is somewhere in between all of those models. So here's the snow that would be predicted by the GFS model. This is through early Wednesday of next week. You can see, we're looking at 6 to 8 inches here across the mountains of West Virginia and Maryland. But for most of Ohio, maybe a couple inches. Most of the Ohio Valley, maybe a couple inches. Out here in Western Ohio, maybe just a dusting. Here's the European model, similar higher amounts across the mountains of West Virginia and Maryland. And surprisingly, maybe some higher amounts across northern Ohio here too, where we're seeing up to 3 to 4 inches. But for most of Ohio, this would be a dusting. Looking at the Canadian model, remember, this is the one that took the storm further south. And so we get these high amounts, 5, 6 inches down here in Kentucky, and even higher amounts in West Virginia here. Look at that, 15 inches down around Charleston, West Virginia. So what's going to happen? We're going to have to wait and see. My thought, though, is it'll probably be somewhere in between all of this, which means one way or the other, the Ohio Valley will likely see snow between November 12th and November 16th. So again, hope you like this video. If you haven't joined my pro site, you can do that again at www.patreon.com/Ohio Valley Weather. Thanks for watching.